right, let's try and start this again. Okay, guys, I am going to double check and make sure I am in the right page. For some odd reason, it decided to not let me be live. So we are going to do a project today that is a new design from our new launch, and hold on a second, I'm trying to share this over to the VIP page. Okay, so let me see. All right, is it live now? It says that I'm live, but the picture is not showing up. So I'm just gonna forget that and see. I see people popping on, so I can't see comments. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I will answer them as soon as I can. Facebook's being really weird. So we're gonna use a new design, a new transfer that launched yesterday, but we're gonna take an element from a transfer that has already previously launched. It is still available, and we're gonna make a unique, cool project out of that. We're gonna use a 9x9 box frame, which we are going to wax. We're gonna get all of this going, and I wanted to show you guys how you can take multiple transfers and make one unique project doing that. Let's see, there we go. Box didn't want to cut there. So whenever you're using a wood surface, you always want to make sure that you wax the surface, because your wood is porous, so it is going to, you're going to need to prep the surface. Oh, and now it doesn't want to come out. Of course it doesn't. That's the day I'm having today, guys. The live didn't want to show me. Now I can't get the box frame out. Thank gosh it's Friday. It's just one of those days today. All right, we got it. So our double-sided box frames have white on one side and they are regular wood on the other. You can stain these, you can paint them, you can use our paste to paint them. And I always go with the wood grain when I wax the surface, because that is how you would normally do it with stain anyway, or paint. You always want to go with the grain of the wood. And you can get all of these goodies from the chalk site, and I will do a cart link so you guys can see all of the things that we used here today. And you can order them. Now you can always add to or take away from the cart link, so don't feel like you have to order every single thing. There's something that you don't want, or you're like, I want that transfer and that's the only thing. You can take everything out, create the cart however you want. I'm going to set this off to the side real quick. Let that kind of absorb. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the moon phases. We're going to do the stay wild. We're just not going to do the moon child part of that. And then we are going to take our awesome animals. These are called woodland animals. And both of these are C-size, but they're cut apart. So each piece can be used 8 to 12 times, sometimes more, depending on how well you take care of them. We're going to do the bear. And we're just going to do stay wild. And then above it, and we might even throw on a little pair of glasses. I don't know. But we're going to make a unique project using those two transfers. All right, while that's sat for just a second, we're going to buff that wax out. All right, now we're going to let that sit off to the side. So the Stay Wild Moon Child obviously is from the moon phases, but we're just going to use the Stay Wild part. I'm going to set this off to the side, as I am not going to be doing that one until after I do the bear. So let me take this transfer and set it off to the side as well. Okay, so we always keep your packaging in your backer sheet because on the back it tells you how to do all of the fuzzing and how to take care of your transfer. All of your information is there. However, our new transfers, and they are working on fixing this, all of our transfers have a slug mark. But our new ones, unfortunately, the slug mark became a see-through silk screen. So if you are afraid you're going to get anything on there, you're going to want to use some placement tape, and I will put that in the cart link. So this has a bear, a fox, a skunk, and a raccoon. And I know a lot of people thought that the skunk was a honey badger. He could be if you change the colors, I suppose. I'm looking at the different glasses, and I'm trying to figure out if we're going to put glasses on them or not, but we'll cut it apart anyway. Our new transfers are amazing. They are see-through, so it's easier to line them up. A lot easier. I don't know. Let's see. Let's put this back in its packaging, just so that it's sitting off to the side. We don't need to necessarily use anything from this, so just put it back in. We'll set it off over here. You always want to store your transfers flat, or like our bigger ones, I always hang mine. That's how you want to store them, so that they don't curl or they don't get wrinkled. So, and I always write on the back of mine. I do that so I know how it goes back on its backer sheet, especially the cut aparts. So I'm going to show you guys. See how you can see through that silk screen? Anytime you use any transfer and you are concerned that it is going to be ruined or stained, the silk screen can be stained. As long as there's no debris, what I'm meaning is no ink or paste that are stuck in that transfer silk screen, you're fine. You can reuse and reuse and reuse and reuse. And these guys clean really, really easy with just a little bit of water and a board eraser. And like I said, I'll put everything into the cart and get that all for you. And then if you want to, you can just take things out. All right, so I'm going to actually move you guys down. I'm going to move you guys down real quick. Let's stick this bear. I'm going to kind of stick him. I want him kind of on the bottom. You can see that the transfer is a little bit bigger than where I want his placement to be, but it's okay. Let's move you guys down so you guys can see what's going on. We are going to do him in bark, which is a really, really, really pretty brown. And all the rest we're going to use black. Now you could use black. You don't have to do brown, but that's just what we're going to do here today. I'm going to make him a brown bear. Super easy to chalk. All you have to do is just start just slightly off the silk screen and push that paste through that silk screen. Super easy, guys. It really, really is. If you can butter bread, you can do this. A lot of people tell me, well, wait, is it really that easy? Yes. 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 That's what I can say. I've been doing this now going on 3 years. I had never touched the product before I started. And every single time I pull this transfer or that transfer from the, hold on, it's like not wanting to take right there for some odd reason, and I'm not sure why. And I pull that transfer and do the pull and reveal, it still gives me goosebumps. I still love to see what I've created. It's just really, really super cool. You never want to pull your transfer from the corner. You always want to pull it from the middle. And there is our cute bear. So we're going to dry this. And then we are going to, so here he is. Let me show you guys how cute is that bear, right? I'll set this up here for just a second. We're going to do the Stay Wild part. We have a fuzzy on there. We don't want that. And we are going to do that in black velvet. And I will tell you right now, the black velvet's going to stain this teal part. It'll probably stain the silk screen even. But as long as the actual transfer is clean and, you know, the silk screen has no debris left in it, no dried paste or ink in it. And yes, you can use the same exact transfer for paste and ink projects, which is just really super cool. All right. All right, so we are going to just push down right here where we're going to chalk. We're actually going to grab a mini squeegee. Let's do a mini so I can make sure I don't get in there where I don't want it. Now, you could always use a placement tape too. Black velvet. Let me stir this up. You always want to stir your paste before you use it. If you're using a paste packet, you just kind of move it around, kind of like you do like a tube of toothpaste. And you can see it does not take much to fill in that transfer. And pull all the extra. You always want to pull the extra up because every little tiny bit of this makes a difference. It does, I promise. And these jars last a long, long time. But if you're like, oh, I don't know, I'm new to this, I don't really want a whole jar of paste, we do have singles. So just keep that in mind as well. And now we have ink singles, so you can try ink projects without having to buy a whole jar of ink, which is really super cool. All right. So now we have the Stay Wild from the Moon phase transfer. Part of me wants to put the glasses on. And I'm thinking if we're going to do glasses, we need to go with red. So give me just a second, guys. I'm going to go grab my color of red off of my chalk wall here. Okay, this is Candy Apple. I love this color. It's one of my favorites. Works great for many, many, many seasons. I'm going to stir this up. I always reuse my stir sticks. I just clean them up and reuse them. They are super easy to clean up. I'm just trying to figure out now, what glasses do we want? I think these ones are actually kind of cute. They just, I don't know. They just look cute to me. But I think we're going to go with these ones. These ones are really cool too. So I'm just going to number it. And we are going to fuzz this. his specs. I want to make sure, and that's one of the great things about these new transfers. You can literally see right through it. Now, if you didn't want to add glasses to it, you don't have to, of course. You can just say, nope, I don't want glasses on the bear. I just want the bear. Or I just want the raccoon. Or I just want the skunk or the fox. Or the bunny. We do have a bunny, too. Bunny just comes on a separate transfer. You always want to make sure you close up your paste. That is one wild looking bear. All right, let's get this dried. And I will lift this up and show you guys. There is our finished project. A unique piece because we used 2 separate transfers. We created our own thing. I absolutely love our box frames. They're amazing. They can sit on a shelf like it's sitting right now. They can hang up. They're double-sided. There's so many possibilities with these. A lot of times I use them on my shelf that's by my front door. If you're in my VIP group, you know what I'm talking about. Or if you follow me on social media, you've seen it. I love these box frames. They're just absolutely adorable. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for all of your support. If you are not a designer, please click that SHARE button and spread the love for me. Tell others to come on and check out what we're doing over here. And you guys have a fabulous weekend. And I will see you all here for another Couture Design on Monday. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.